Somebody on the line right now. We're going to be taking calls throughout the show. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Billy, this is Jeff.
I'm sorry.
Jeffrey T off the chat room. How are you?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Oh, man. Long time no talk. I just had to call you, man. There's something about your attire today that's just... I don't know what to say, man. It's extra short. I don't know what to tell you.
It's telling. Did you ever wear like wool, like fresh wool, right against your skin? That's kind of what it's doing to me, man. It's sort of like I feel like the Wicked Witch of the West. Somebody throwing water on me or something. I'm starting to melt a little bit. But hey, you know what? I lost the bet of how to wear it. $70 though, bro. $70. Would you pay $70 for a T-shirt?
No, sir. Not in a million years. Not for that one.
Yeah. Well, hey, it is all kidding aside, it is a good quality T-shirt, and except for the front, but the it's 100% cotton and everything. But $70 when I saw that, because obviously the receipt was in the box when it came, I was like, oh man, I actually felt bad for nobody here,
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to the show though, Billy. See, I just called in to pick you. That's all.
All right, brother. Thanks a lot for the call.
All right, buddy.
A lot of people have been busting my chops about this, wondering where I was. How come you're not wearing the TMT? I didn't get it. Anyway, thanks for the call, my man. Devin from Bombay, India says, hey, Billy C, I'd like to talk about the U.S. boxing fans. Specifically, how do we get ripped off at every turn and we just take it? We buy all these crappy pay-per-views. Now compare that to what happened in the wrestling world, basically the WWE. I can't use the word he used, but he said he pooped on its fans. And how did they respond? By booing the crap out of the card that was put on. But then they did a lot more. Thousands of irate people canceled their subscription to the pay-per-view network. It got so bad that it crashed the cancel subscription page. It trended worldwide on Twitter. The company's stock dropped an entire point. The entire event got negative coverage in Time Magazine, USA Today, and even ESPN. There's a lesson to be learned here. Can you imagine if boycott Mayweather trended worldwide during the next Mayweather fight with Cotto? We boxing fans have that power. We need to vote with our wallets and say enough is enough. Don't buy any more crappy pay-per-views. You don't have to take it. You have the power. Kudos to all those wrestling fans in the building and at home who stood up to the suits and said, I'm mad as hell. I'm not going to take it anymore. Thanks as always. And he says, and Floyd, where you go, I go. He thinks that Manny should be doing, where you go, I go. Hey, well, obviously he wrote this, Devin wrote this before yesterday, and that's exactly what Manny said. Where you go, I go. And he showed up at the NBA basketball game, at the Heat game. So, listen, we've been saying this all along. The fans definitely have the power to make things happen, especially in this sport, because all it takes is to not buy it. That's all it takes. It would take what, and I'll tell you what. I think it would be hard. I mean, whether or not the Pacquiao Mayweather fight takes place in May or September, whatever, it doesn't matter. I think it's going to be hard to get people to boycott Mayweather Cotto. I really do, because Mayweather Cotto, even though we all want to see Pacquiao, me included, I still think that Cotto Mayweather 2 would be an interesting fight to watch. I'm sorry. I would like to see it. Do I want to see it over Pacquiao? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I think it would be tough to try and do it. Now, if people were able to boycott it and chose to boycott Mayweather against Cotto, it would speak volumes. But I really think that the fight fans' voices have been heard. With what transpired yesterday, and we're going to get to that in a little bit. I could talk about it right now. Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, apparently, they say coincidentally, they were both at the Miami Heat game. Manny Pacquiao was in town because he's one of the judges for the beauty contest. And Floyd Mayweather, generally, it's not rare to see him at a Heat's game. He this is a basketball guy. You know, he loves it, and he travels around. You can see him courtside for a lot of the big teams. So, you know, but to have them both there. Now, when they put them both up on the Jumbotron, people started cheering and, you know, wanting the fight, blah, blah, blah. They jumped all over it on social media. And from what I heard, the reports I heard, was that Mayweather sent over one of his goons over to Manny Pacquiao. They were sitting across from each other, across the court, and said, hey, Floyd wants you to come over. He wants to talk to you. And you know what Manny said? If Floyd wants to talk to me, tell him to come over here. And then at halftime, Floyd did. He went over there. So listen, for everybody that thinks that, you know, oh, Floyd doesn't need this, listen, whether Floyd needs Manny Pacquiao or not, you can argue that point. I think he does. But I think Floyd is sick of every time they put his picture up, you know, people are chanting Pacquiao. All this stuff I've noticed on social media, you know, it's all negative about Floyd, Duck, and Manny. He can't take it anymore. And it would happen throughout his whole life if he doesn't fight this guy. But it got better. Not only did Floyd go over and talk to him, it was all on social media. They had video of it and everything else. But what was just released, actually, I got it on the wire, and now it's just hitting social media over the last hour. It was reported that not only did they meet at the basketball game, but Floyd went to Manny's suite at the hotel he was staying at later on that night, and the two met face to face and discussed the fight one-on-one for over an hour. Okay? And basically what was reported was that the biggest stumbling block as far as Mayweather was concerned at this point was how it was going to be handled on the pay-per-view. And according to Manny Pacquiao's side, they have decided that whatever Floyd wants, they will make it happen, and the meeting split. They were very good terms. Everything looked good. And whether or not this means we're going to be seeing the fight in May or at some later date, that's still yet to be seen. But like we have said time and time again, there's nothing better than announcing this fight on Super Bowl Sunday, because you have the whole, at least the United States, every single sports person will be watching the Super Bowl. That's like a holiday now here in the United States, okay? And there would be nothing better than to get the word out on Super Bowl Sunday that the fight is signed, sealed, and delivered. We all knew that it was close. I found it comical that people were still saying, oh, Mayweather never saw a contract and all of this. That was all baloney. I even found it even more ridiculous when Steve Espinoza claimed that there was no contract. Steve Espinoza, maybe he doesn't have his job anymore, because it's been proven that HBO and Showtime have been meeting multiple times, not just once, multiple times to try and iron this out. Hey, listen, I got to take a break. I'm interested in your thoughts. I got some more emails. We got some news. Phone lines are open today. Pacquiao Mayweather, is it going to happen?